Yes, Clark's was perfect. You have to do the clap. There you go.
Yeah, guys are allowed to still be mamas.
Here's Kevin waving his poncho in the wind. It's day 2 at Mount Cook, and it does not look promising outside for our helicopter and hike activity. Brought by the contents of our fridge, which include this, a Glein, and an open juice box. Apparently it's very disturbing to him.
Yeah, why don't you finish anything, you bum?
Well, the wine I forgot to finish, and then I brushed my teeth. And this I didn't have time to finish because it was more juice than I usually drink at a time.
This is like 2 mouthfuls.
No. Let's time you and see how long it takes you to drink that whole thing. We're starting at 27. Okay, go.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
52. How many seconds is that?
25.
Cool. It's like so perfectly framed. What is the name of this trail?
Red Tairns, Tairns.
Would you like to give us some information about the hike we just completed?
Was a lot of stairs. And now we're at
Exclusively stairs.
It's quite windy and rainy.
What's this, a trash can?
Handy dandy thing.
Oh.
It has the names of different mountains on it, so if you turn it
Oh.
mountain, now you know if you look that way, you're seeing off the net.
No, what?
A net. Maybe that's that direction. I think it's that way. A net. Is that?
We're doing a little bit of rock climbing, and I just came upon this sign. Come look at this sign.
What?
Come look at this sign.
Is there a sign that says not to back here?
Yeah,
Oh, whoops.
well, kind of. Right
Now I
there.
have guilt. Oh, whoops.
How do you
Talking about the water testing thing.
How do you feel about being a criminal?
A little bit of guilt, but also I didn't pass any signs knowingly, so not that much guilt.
And what's this you've stolen?
Oh, it's a rock that I'm going to skip across the water.
Kevin, what is something you've noticed in New Zealand about the water?
There's lots of pressure.
Not that kind of water. when you go out to eat?
Oh, they barely provide any.
Yes, and when they do provide it, it is missing what?
Large quantities.
And?
Ice.
Yes, to my fellow Americans who are thinking of coming to New Zealand, absolutely do it. But they don't bring you ice for your water. So when you find a place with an ice cube tray in the hotel, it's going to be the best thing ever. Also, if you like coffee creamer, bring it with you because they don't have any here either. They just use milk, which is subpar. So these are the blue lakes. 1, 2, 3. They're not blue anymore because there's less glacier now to fill them, so it's just rainwater. And I guess rainwater is green, glacier water is blue. Then you turn around to the beautiful Tasman Glacier. Oh, there's icebergs in it. What do you think, Mom? It's more than a few steps. Oh, this one says some steps. What is this worth it, Mom?
The view is, yes, I would say it's worth it, but I still wish there weren't so many steps.
Well, sometimes there's no gain without some pain, right?
That's true.
Oh, Kevin, you almost knocked everything out.
Everything
Of my hand.
your
One
life
item.
for cell phone.
Yes. And there's Dad, he's got his explorer hat on for the occasion. Mom, you just dropped something. Mom goes hiking one time and she litters everywhere. Here goes Kevin, he's gonna fail at something. Let's watch as he fails. 1, 2, 3, fail. Oh, he's wearing black and brown together too, which is never a good start. Mom's not even watching.
Good.
Get down.
I made it. Perfectly easy exit. It's way easier to get off.
In the words of Dad, you can't take your clothes off and put them back on fast enough.
This design clothes where half is warm on the vertical and the other half is cold.
You could sell it
Maybe
at
that would be a good compromise.
You could sell it at Victor's Secret.
Yep.
Give me 2 adjectives you use to describe that.
And stupendous.
Already started. Oh, you put your clothes back on. When did that happen?
Seeing that, wait, I just used the restroom.
go hiking at Kea Point now that Kevin has successfully applied his chapstick to his eyeballs.
They're not dry anymore, that's for sure.
Evidently the wind was drying out his eyeballs and the only solution was to pull out a tube of chapstick.
Bam. Oh my god, we're on the left side of the road and the right side of the car. No, I've done the thing.
Oh, failure
I made it the whole way
alert.
here without doing
Failure
that.
alert.
Windshield wipers, it's barely even raining.
FYI, fellow Americans. And future Americans, I guess, unless they change the law by then.
Probably not past Americans. Though.
Yeah. What is it? The wipers and the
Yes, much like
turn
your
signal?
situation where you're seated on the right side of the car, your turn signal and your wipers are also inverted. Okay, we're turning right.
This one's called Kitchen Stream.
Kitchen.
Well, except there's no stream in there. But certainly a stream dad would not ever want to associate himself with.
Waiting to chat. The wind dies down, of course.
Now it stops.
Yeah, this is the calm condition. An experience out here. We are. Kea Point.
I'm like getting a drink right now.
It's pretty well hydrating out here. A little bit breezy. Took us 16 minutes. Apparently we're in wicked shape, I guess.
What was it supposed to take?
30.
Wow.
So now we have like 30 minutes worth of time to just sit out here and observe the world.
Enjoy the elements.
Yes, enjoy this lovely sunny day out here in New Zealand. It's fantastic.
Welcome to Driving with Noelle. Today we're going to be driving on the right side of the car
Pretty wild.
into a parking lot.
Yes, this is
Oh god, it's so weird looking over the shoulder. My neck's flexible in this direction.
welcome to Driving with Noelle.
Next you brake,
Put the car back in drive.
and is this correct? Why isn't this thing line up well?
Looks like
It
it's in drive.
I'm
Yep.
in neutral now.
I agree. I understand. I had the same issue.
Preheat this thing. Alright, and then I begin driving.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn on the windshield wiper.
Using the left side of the steering wheel. Yep.
I
there you
did
go.
it correctly.
Turn to go now.
I have to stay on the left.
Yep. Stay on the left side of the road.
This is so weird. It's like most of your instincts are wrong. And your body's like, what? And now I will exit the parking lot.
Crazy.
And
Still on the right side of the road for some reason.
Yes.
Don't drive into this ravine over here. Remember how deep the other one was with the ducks swimming in it?
Turn around.
Noel doesn't believe in windshield wipers just because they're on the other side of the wheel. Well done,
great.
we're alive.
Did it. Kevin thought that this ornament said Merry Christmas from, I can't see it because there's a shadow. Merry Christmas from Paul Sheldon, but on closer inspection, it does indeed say Australia. Good readings. Alright, Kevin, get the bag.
Whose selection day is it?
Unclear.
I think yesterday.
Why the soft match this time?
We got farm baked, the taste of home, chocolate chip fudge cookies is what they look like. That doesn't say cookies anywhere. The densest bag has finally been removed.
Are not biscuits limited.
Great, crack it open.
Here's your sour cream and chai.
Oh, thanks.
Did you find
whatever you were missing with those earlier?
Yes. Here's the rest of the frogs, and here's the Cadbury eggs, and the rest of my bag of M&Ms that I had.
Good, bad, terrible, mediocre, delicious.
It's as arid as the Sahara. It's right in it.
They sound awfully crunchy too.
Kimberly has assumed her cookie eating position. Clark, you're not partaking.
It doesn't taste very chocolate.
Alright, never mind, not a crowd pleaser. Way to go, Kevin. This was Kevin's choice and he failed at it. Way to
Well,
go.
they should be good based on what it says.
I like the descriptions.
I mean, they're okay. They're edible. They're okay.
They're edible.
I mean, it's not like those, I don't know, other things, those chicken chips and the burger onion things
The
and
booger rings.
whatever you want to call them.
So if you were to stand in any of our cities, which we can see them quite brightly here, of Christchurch, Wellington and Auckland, obviously you can tell that they're quite bright. Alrighty, so here we've got United States.
Here in Ohio.
Ohio?
Yep. We have some light pollution.
Just a little bit, thank you. Just to give everyone else a bit of context, we've got New York, the city that never sleeps. Florida, Disney World, yeah, you can see it. And Los Angeles, over toward the side. Sky. There's something else that we can find toward the very center, and that is a baby star nursery. Just like us, a star has a life cycle. We call this one the Crab Nebula. And again, this is another star that has gone supernova.
Woke up, hustled on over to get on the helicopter, and then learned that it was too windy. Winty with the T.
Winty. A new
Too
weather
winty with the
condition
T.
exclusive to New Zealand.
Yeah, we did not do that, and then we youngins rapidly were like, well, let's go do Red Tairns hike. We climbed up a bunch of steps, looked at some cool things.
A bunch is putting it mildly.
Looked over the valley. It was beautiful. It was like 1,300 vertical feet or something, I think, over like a 3.5 mile hike. And then we observed, and it was good fun. We got rained on a bit, wind on a bit, sun on a bit. It was cool. We went back, regrouped, went and ate some food at some vague cafe at the place.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did some nice hike that overlooked another beautiful, unrealistically blue, photographic, lovely glacial lake. And we saw part of the Tasman Glacier. Watched an iceberg break in half, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it didn't break in half.
Okay,
a piece
the
of it fell
complete
off.
lie. Sorry.
Yeah, that was a way over exaggeration.
There
God,
was-
why do you
there was
suck so?